I have an ornamental cherry tree that has tiny brown spots that turn into tiny holes on the leaves. Then, not long after, the leaves turn yellow and fall off. I think it's shot hole, but not sure. I sprayed copper fungicide, but the leaves are still falling off. What should I do? And this is me on YouTube. So we have a cherry tree. Okay. Seem to have a lot of problems with the cherry trees.
It sounds like shot hole.
Okay.
I don't see any pictures of it.
Yeah, it'd be good to have a picture of that.
Yeah,
we don't.
yeah, but I got a mental picture.
Okay.
It could be, I don't think it is, but it's worth looking into. Discula, anthracnose.
Okay. I didn't think of that.
Hence the name discula. Has a little disc.
This hole.
Looking, she's mentioned brown spot. I was thinking the shot hole would start with a black hole, but that could be tar spot, like on a maple tree.
Could be.
But
some of the holes could be, some of that tissue is brown, and of course it will fall out over time. I mean, I can see that as well.
Yeah, I would look into the beginnings of discula, anthracnose, and shot hole.
And shot hole, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but something's causing those leaves to fall off. If it's this time of year, it's not unusual for leaves to drop when the temperatures get so hot. The trees are not pulling up the water, so they're going to get rid of what they don't need.
Right.
So they're going to shed their leaves this time of year anyway.
Right. So that's not a huge concern. I mean, they're going to store up enough carbohydrates, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, in their root systems.
I would continue to water it though.
Yeah.
Like at my yard, I got a small yard, so I can pull a hose around and water my whole yard in just 3 movements. But it still gets dry.
Okay.
In the evening time.
In the evening time. Okay.
It's my favorite time to water.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's probably the better time to water, hot as it is. But yeah, she's already sprayed the copper fungicide. I will say to this though, if she sprayed it, maybe it's a small enough tree, where that can be done. But if the leaves are falling off, of course, I always tell people to practice good sanitation because those fungal spores are still there.
Yes.
On those leaves. So you mentioned it before, if it rains or you're watering, those spores can splash up, and of course, there's your cycle over and over and over again.
Yeah, I'll mention this too. One thing about any of the cherry trees that get planted, they're either bare root or they're brought in a container, like a 1 gallon to 5 gallon container, and then they're planted into the ground. But the root system isn't stretched out, broken up, before you put it in the ground to check for girdling roots. So I'm saying this, I'm mentioning this because of the cherry trees in specific.
Okay.
And when they get planted, I've always noticed when they start to die, I go straight to the root collar at the ground and look for girdling roots. And 90% of the time, I find a girdling root. And that's really, in some of these trees I've looked at, been the cause of their decline. It hasn't had anything to do with fungus, or it's been a girdling root. So look for that too. Okay. So you have to do a little excavation around the flare and just look for it. Sometimes it's too late, sometimes you can get it in time. And then also, with your cherry trees, aerate. Aerate your soil, the root system around it. Take a drill, make sure there's no electrical lines or plumbing
Be careful.
in the ground around that tree, and just take just an old wood bit. It doesn't have to be deep, but you want one that's like 18 inches long, and just go around that tree with a cordless drill and just gently drill around there. Or you can get a Ross deep root waterer from your lawn and garden store and attach your water hose to it, and that
I know
works
some people
too.
that do that.
I carry one in my truck.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Jim Bogus. He taught me that. I do remember that. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have hundreds more. To subscribe, just click below.